What's up everyone, TechCloud here, and in this video I'm going to compare the screen visibility under the bright sunlight. As you can see right now I have three phones, Samsung Galaxy S5 and the Sony Xperia Z2 and the HTC One M8. All three phones are at max brightness, and also the auto brightness is on because at max auto brightness all three of them get the max brightness. And right now I'm in the sunlight, but I'm in the shadow at the moment, and you can see that how the screens are performing, and S5 is doing pretty well. But in order to avoid any doubt, I'm going to replace the position of the mobile phones so that you can test them again. And I think even after switching the places, S5 still pretty much feels the brighter of the three, although it is on the right hand side. On the second place is I believe the HTC One M8, and on third place is the Z2. So let's look at the devices one by one. As you can see, the Samsung Galaxy S5 has a pretty bright screen, and probably one of the brightest screens that I have seen. And when you are in the shadows, it looks pretty bright and pretty visible. Everything is great, and even the colors are looking very nice, and you can see the color very clearly, and it has very nice contrast, and the viewing angles are also very good. And once again I want to show you that I'm using the Adobe display at the moment, and that's why the colors are looking saturated. If I put the professional photo, the colors becomes actually much more natural. And if I compare with the HTC One, then the HTC One screen actually looks more saturated than the Samsung Galaxy S5. Anyways, this video is not about the color saturation and the quality of the display. Leave this discussion for some other video. This comparison is for the screen visibility under the sunlight, different sunlight conditions. Anyways, let's look at the HTC One M8 now. And from up front in the shadows, the screen looks pretty bright, and the colors look very punchy and saturated. Very nice display. But the viewing angles, as you can see, they are not as great as the S5. S5 has better viewing angles, and you can compare them side by side how they look. And this is the reflection of the sky, and now the reflection of the tree above. And look at the viewing angles. S5 clearly has a better screen in that regard. Let's look at the Sony Xperia Z2, and the Z2 screen also is pretty bright and plenty bright, and in the shadows actually it looks good, but in the reflections you can see it is not as good as the S5. You can see the sky reflection on the screen. S5 is more visible than the Z2. And in terms of viewing angles, I will rate S5 number 1, HTC M8 number 2, and the Z2 at number 3. Don't get me wrong, the viewing angles are great, but when you compare three best available screens in the market, then obviously you can rate number 1, number 2, and number 3. It has an excellent screen when you are looking from the front. Let us now compare all three devices in the direct sunlight. Right now I am in the direct sunlight, and again you can see the S5 is doing a better job in the direct sunlight, and it is more visible as compared to the other two screens. So what we have seen in the shadows is also true here. And this is the HTC One M8. Let's look at it closely, and you can see in the direct sunlight it's plenty bright and perfectly visible. No issues here. and I don't think you will face any problem with all three screens. This video is only about rating that which one is the better of the three beautiful and great screens that are available in the market. And you can see the home screen, the icons and the text on the white background all pretty much visible and readable even under the direct sunlight. And it really shows that the quality of the screen is very good and the brightness is crazy bright and you won't have any problems. Of course, while watching the movies it will not look as good, but for other tasks it will be very good and you will not face any issues. So let's compare it with the S5, and you can see S5 it looks brighter and more visible, and you will see a clear difference here because the S5 screen in the direct sunlight goes crazy bright, and you can see the brightness is at max on both of them and the auto brightness is on both of them. As far as the viewing angles are concerned in the direct sunlight, again the story is same. S5 has better viewing angles, especially in the sunlight. The difference is more because the S5 has less reflective screen as compared to HTC One and the Z2, because it is AMOLED screen. So of course the AMOLED screens are less reflective than the LCD screens. If you have so much concern about the sunlight visibility of the screen, then I will recommend the S5 because it has a really bright screen and the colors even hold their own under the direct sunlight as
free
well.
Of charge, and
you can see,
using
look
that
at my
I might
hands
be
and
setting up this
wooden
whole
bench here.
video just
it's
to
crazy
give
bright here, and sun is beating down.
of a better
It's almost noon here, and
shame on
sun
you
is
because
the brightest
I will
at
never
the moment.
go
And it's pretty
such a
hot
heat
day.
only to prove
Approximately
like
it's
that,
40 degrees Celsius.
If you cannot trust your reviewer,
in the direct sunlight
then you
under
should not
such heat,
watch
I'm only doing this for you guys.
Such videos, because
and look how far
it's
I
all
can
about
go
the trust and
just to give a quality service
relationship
to you
between
guys,
you and your
it's
viewers.
free of charge. And those accusing that I might be setting up this video only to give S5 credit that it has a better screen, then I think you should not watch the videos, because it's all about the trust. If you cannot trust your reviewer, then it's better stop watching the videos, because it's all about the relationship between the reviewer and the audience. And I'm pretty honest whenever I compare the devices. So guys, as you can see, the Z2 is not as bright as the other two screens, so it comes on the third place when it comes to the sunlight visibility and the viewing angles under the direct sunlight. And you will not be disappointed with the Z2 screen, because it's a very good screen, and however the viewing angles and the sunlight visibility is not as good as the S5, which is leading the class at the moment. But if you have the Z2 and you will not compare with the S5, then you will never face any problem and you will be happy with the screen and the visibility. So this was a comprehensive comparison of the screen visibility under the direct sunlight, and I think it's pretty clear which one is the clear winner here. I hope that you have liked the video. Thanks for watching, and subscribe for more videos like that. Take care, and I'll see you later. Bye.